So مثل ما كلنا بنعرف ما فينا نشتغل بالفيزيكس if we don't have a tool. مثل أي شيء تاني نحن بحاجة لتولز لنشتغل فيهن. والtools of physics هن من ضمن tools of physics we have math. So إذا بتلاحظوا بالسيشن اللي قبل اشتغلنا حكينا عن شيء اسمه vector. وبالسيشنز اللي جايين حنشتغل بعد أكتر بتفاصيل الفيكتورز. This is why we need to know what is the difference between scalar and vector and what are the characteristics of vector in general. So what's the difference between scalar and vector? When we say scalar, this means it only has a magnitude. Example مثلا length, mass, energy, density. يعني ما بحكي عن direction. There is no direction. لما مثلا بحكي عن temperature ما في عندها direction. This is what you call scalar. Now بالنسبة للvector, a vector has both magnitude and direction. يعني for example, when we say displacement from a point to another point, أنا عم بحدد direction. لما أحكي عن velocity كمان عم بحدد direction. When we say force, then we have a direction. So when we talk about a vector has both magnitude and direction, while a scalar has only a magnitude. أكيد الvector في عنده أكتر characteristics, هن 4 characteristics, and then رح نوصل لهم بس لنوصل للبارت اللي هن characteristics of a vector. Now here you have check your understanding. For example, if we talk about 5 meter, بالنسبة ل 5 meter ما في عندها direction. Since there is no direction, then this will be a scalar. When we say 30 meter second to the right, بنلاحظ هون صار في عندها direction. صار في عندها direction, then صارت هيدا عبارة عن vector. Now which vector? We know that it's meter per second the unit. Then it's a velocity vector. When we say 20 degrees Celsius, there's no direction, then this is a scalar. 10 meters to the left, we have a direction, then this is a vector. And here 9.8 meters per second squared down, then also we have a direction, so this is a vector. So these are the answers. Now if we continue, بعد ما عرفنا شو الفرق بين scalar and vector, نحن اللي هلا بهمنا هو the characteristics of a vector. What are the characteristics of any vector? So first we have point of application, and this is what we call in math origin of the vector. We have the line of action, which can be horizontal, vertical and oblique. Now الأوبليك فيها تفصيل لأنه الأوبليك ممكن تكون أوبليك بكذا اتجاه وبدنا نحدد بالضبط قد ايه أوبليك. بالنسبة للdirection, it can be to the right, to the left, upward and downward. As for the magnitude, then it's the value of the vector that we are using. So example. If you have here, for example, these 4 vectors, اعتبرنا انه هول 4 vector عندهم same magnitude اللي هي 4, بنلاحظ حطينا 4 نيوتن، يعني معتبرين نحن عم نشتغل كفورس. But for any vector, the work will be the same. So لنفترض you have the first vector, the point of application will be m, line of action is horizontal, direction is to the right, and the magnitude is 4 Newton. For the second one, point of application m, line of action also horizontal, direction to the left, and magnitude 4 Newton. Here, point of application is m, line of action is vertical, direction upward, and magnitude 4 Newton. هلا شو الفرق بين هودي وبين هيدا البارت؟ Also the point of application is m, the magnitude is also 4 Newton, بس هون بنلاحظ انه الفورce is oblique. When the force is oblique, then we want to precise at the oblique. This is why we take the line of action and direction together and we say it's oblique and making an angle, which is how much? Making an angle 30 degree with respect to the horizontal. هيك بنكون شو عملنا؟ حددنا بالضبط قد ايه oblique، لأنه ممكن تكون oblique for example 20 degree، ممكن تكون oblique for example minus 30 degree. When we say minus 30 degree, then this means oblique but downward. هيك بنكون جمعنا line of action والdirection مع بعض. Now, how to express a vector in an x or y system. هلا نحن بدرسنا بالفيزيكس رح نلاحظ انه نحن بحاجة لل x or y system. So إذا بحاجة لل x or y system نعرف شو هو هذا ال x or y system بالماث لنشتغل عليه. An x or y system is a system formed by the x system and the y system where the unit vector ri هو ال unit vector along the x-axis and j is the unit vector along the y-axis. So this means the value of I and j is equals to 1, but نحن بحاجة إلهم لنحدد direction along x and a direction along y. And any point in the graph has coordinates x and y coordinates. Now, in general, a vector AB can be expressed in the XOY system by its component واللي هن XAB and YAB as we know, such that XAB هي XB minus XA, YAB equal YB minus YA. Now, the AB vector will become XI plus YJ. How to calculate the value? So in order to calculate the value, we have a rule, which is AB equal XB minus XA square plus YB minus YA square. هلا نحنا بحاجة ل vector that's starting from the origin. So what will change if the vector starts from the origin? بعد الرول رح تضل هي زيتا, but the difference that XO and YO اللي هن بالorigin are equal to 0. This means we'll have OM vector equal to XI plus YJ, and since XOM is equals to XM, then we notice that OM equal XI plus YJ. كمان how to calculate the value is the same thing, يعني هي بالأساس XM minus XO, بس لأنه XO 0 راحت صار في عنا X square plus Y square. Now, if you have, for example, a graph and we want to express the vector OM such that we have the coordinates X of the point M and Y of the point M. So how to express this vector? So as we said, a vector سمينا نحنا OM vector, it's equal to XI plus YJ, X of the point M, Y of the point M, since X of O and I of O are equals to 0. Then we have X 60.7, we have Y, it's 29.6, so it will be expressed by 67I. ما ننسى انه we have a direction along X, and 29.6J, we also have a direction along Y. What are the characteristics of this vector? So point of application, it's O. Line of action and direction جمعناهم مع بعض since it's what? Since it's oblique. بالنسبة للانجل هي عطينا اياه على جنب, so it's 26 degree. بعدين حنتعلم كيف نجيب هيدا الانجل, كيف نطلعه نحنا. And the magnitude كمان هو عطينا اياها على جنب, but we know how to find it. So OM equal radical X square اللي هي 60.7 square plus 29.6 square, then it will be 67.5. Now بالنسبة للunit, it's SI unit along the unit we are using. إذا أنا بنشتغل length, then it will be in meter. Another example here, we have also X and we have Y. Now الفرق إنه X كيف صارت negative, so OM will be expressed by minus 41.1I plus 65.7J. Characteristics, point of application is O. Now line of action and direction كمان بنحطهم مع بعض since it's what? It's oblique, and we have the angle. And for the value, OM equal radical X square plus Y square. We have X and we have Y, and pay attention, X is minus 41.1 كلها square, and then we have the answer. You have also two other examples, so you can check the two other examples in the PowerPoint.